enjoy, and I'm a passive-aggressive. I guess this is goodbye. I wish you all the best. I wish you happy, joyous, merry peace and all the rest. And I won't hold a grudge. I won't, I promise you. After all, forgiving is the Christian thing to do. Hostile communication for me, well, it's a thing of the past. My last hurrah, the last time I got my knickers in a twist and flipped my lid, well, that was 7 years ago. I was 8 months pregnant, turned me sideways, I could have blocked out the sun, my calves had taken over where my ankles had been, and I was standing at a post office in front of a large, heavy parcel that had been delivered for me. And I just asked the postmaster if he might be able to deliver it to my car that was just outside the door. Well, he looked at me. He didn't look too happy, but he carried the package anyway and put it into the boot of my car. And as he did so, he turned to me and he said, "We shouldn't have to do this. Not in our job description. Anyway, OH&S wouldn't allow it." And then he turned and he went back into the post office. Well, I don't know if it was my hormones, but that was enough to send my heckles north. I stormed into that post office as best I saw the little hooves would storm, and I glared him down and I said, "Don't you see this? What about the OH&S of that? Unlike your transparent swollen belly, mine has a baby in it, and I would think that it's common courtesy to carry heavy items for pregnant ladies." Well, then I looked around and I got the sense that everybody might think that I was slightly upset because they were looking at me that same way you kind of look at a train wreck. So I backed out of there. And I never went back. And then I got to thinking, maybe I need an anger management program. Otherwise I'm going to run out of post offices. So I did some research. And I found some things like counting to 10 and taking time out, but those who were practical. And then I found it. A magic little substance called nitric oxide. Well, you've heard of nitrous oxide, the laughing gas. This is its little brother. Usually the domain of weightlifters and bodybuilders and those with erectile dysfunction. It also possesses the ability to help keep you calm in times of stress. And you don't even need to pop a pill. You can simply get it by humming. Well, soon I was humming a soundtrack to my life. Things that would usually have me in a rant had me in song. The cost of parking, battling city traffic. Those horrid women at school pickup. Unsolicited advice from judgmental in-laws. I even managed a little hum when Tony Abbott won the election. And then when my friend called to tell me that she'd seen my husband at a restaurant with another woman. Oh, he told me he was going to golf. I won't seek my revenge. I haven't got the time. You didn't love me quite enough. Now how is that a crime? I must be hard to love. I know it's true. Admitting I'm an asshole is the Christian thing to do. Children grieve, right? So go, take your step to show I care. I'll say a prayer, I pray that's enough. Well, Gary, that's my husband. He said the other woman was a counsellor. Seems he's been having trouble communicating with me on account of all my humming. Well, lucky for him, my little dose of nitric oxide wasn't working for me either. I needed something more to keep down this pent-up rage. And then I thought of it. All the greats had gone before me. There was Gandhi, there was Yoko Ono, they were all pacifists. to share with you some of the tips that I've learned on my journey to becoming a passive-aggressive. Just the basics. When you're having a discussion with somebody and it's not really going your way, just stop talking to them. And when your neighbours are having that late night party, you know, the one that goes really late and when they're really loud and they didn't tell you about it, don't you go next door and ask them to keep it down. You just wake up at 7 a.m. the next morning and start that lawnmower. Sarcasm and cruel bulbs are a must. Now, Donald. Daryl. Really? Are you sure? Strikes me as the name of a much younger looking man. Stick with Donald. Suits your eyes. I just wanted to show you this. Now, this is the Foxtel remote from home. You see, Gary last week thought it would be a good idea if he went out with the boys instead of spending special time with me at home, and I said, you go. You need a break. But this afternoon, while I'm with all you beautiful people, he thought he might sit down on the couch and have a cool beverage and maybe a spot of channel surfing. Did he more? A wise woman once said, never go to bed angry. Stay up and plot your revenge. You look like you're relieved. I hope that's what you are. I hope you're never ever caught inside a burning car. I hope that you stay well and never turn another woman's life into a hill. Nobody really means this. Stay healthy for me, please. I hate for you to die from some incurable disease. Now what I really mean is this. Stay healthy if you can. And live a lovely touch and live and see a broken man. Oh, right, all right, I'll stop it now. My temper tantrums through. I pray you'll find your happiness. It's the Christian thing to do.